Hi, Sylviane. Nice to speak to you again. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, and so good to see you again too, Sylvia.
Really nice, really nice. Listen, Sylviane, today I think that the public would like to know a little bit about you, about your life. You had a very exciting life. You are very multicultural, uh, very multilingual as well. So we would like to know a little bit about your background and your life coming up to the conference in May for the EMCC. So I will start to ask you a little question that is a bit deep as well, but can you tell me a little bit what shaped you into the woman that you are today? What made you become what you are now?
What a wonderful question. Thank you so much. In fact, you know, I think I have gratitude for the universe what all I received. And in fact, I received gifts and sometimes difficult gifts, if I may so. It started when I was 6.5. I lost my father, and my mom remarried. So I have nothing about remarriage, of course. But the point is that I stepped into a family at age 7 where there was no love and where there was a lot of anger, nothing to do with me, but I wasn't coached at the time. I was just a little girl and I couldn't understand why this family was functioning with anger. And so it was a lot of anger against me, against the environment, nothing to do with me because they had lost their mother. And so my brother and I, we are younger, and we became some sort of the scapegoats, in fact, in a way. But today, I would say, if I read the second of the four agreements, it's nothing to do. I don't take it personally, but I was too little to understand that. So, in fact, what built me was my rebellious side. I was feeling that negative energy, and I'm a very positive person. I say, no, 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 you won't have me. So it creates some rebellion in me. But the rebellion sometimes was positive, would go for the better. Rebellion sometimes was negative. And so I could exercise my resilience since I was very small. And then universe is so generous. It brought me on my path the right people. And it started with the Girl Guides, the Baden Powell movement. And I was there when I was 8, and I met. It was before my age of 10. It was not a good experience, I must say. But after my adolescence was brilliant because I met my first unconditional loving friends. And that helped me so much to build myself because it was the first time I would discover unconditional love. Because at home it was conditional love. I mean, it was the way I perceived it. But, as a child, how could I defend myself against that? And so my resilience was that, okay, let's go for the better. And I developed some sort of amnesia for negative elements. I have that ability now to focus on the positive. I have the ability to get enthusiastic for project. I have that ability I built that ability through time to accept challenges and that's it. So, so everything was building me progressively, step by step, I must say.
Wow, that sounds a lot of challenges, huh?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this, with all these challenges, what became and what is today your motto?
Hmm. Gratitude is a key word, and then I have faith. I have faith. It might be sounding pretentious, but believe me, it's not my purpose. Is that I have faith in myself, in my resilience. I know I have a little sentence in French, rien ne me résiste, nothing resists me, because I chunk in little pieces. If you want to climb a mountain, it's too heavy, it's too difficult. But if you go step by step, and I
Mhm.
think I started doing step by step. My mother at age 17 told me, you're not able to go to university, do short studies and marry early like me. Okay, she was born in 1922. It was her generation. But at 17, I couldn't say no because I didn't have my own reference points. So I went into studies, 2 years as PA, which is excellent studies, but not for me. And so my reaction was to go to the university and to do it right. And so, in fact, again, I had I developed the ability to go step by step, and I developed the energy that I needed to go to face those challenges. And I still have it today, even though I'm much older now, and I still have it today. And that is a gift, and I have that gratitude. I wake up in the morning saying thank you.
So gratitude is your motto.
Oh yes, yes, faith. Um, Unconditional love also, that is not only for the others but for self also. I'm writing a full book on that, by the way, and that it's to share the stories with others and say you can do much better than me. Go for it. You deserve it. You see.
Very good. Well, this all what you are talking about is all very positive, gratitude, self-love, resilience. How you integrate this topic that you're bringing to us in the conference, the topic of fear, which is quite the opposite, right? To all this positive outlook in life.
In that negative energy was fear. And I never understood why my mother was living in such a fear and guilt also. But she passed away in July 2010, and it's 7 years after her death, passing away, I learned that her father, that is my grandfather on my father's side, they are Italian and French musicians, happy family. On the other side, they were from, my grandmother is Walloon, so the French side of Belgium, but my grandfather was Ashkenaz, Jewish Ashkenaz from Holland, from the Netherlands. And in fact, I heard and I got this information that my grandfather had to have to hide 3 years in the cellar of their house during the war. My mom even took him from jail when she was 17. She was speaking perfect German at the time. She was beautiful, energetic. And my grandmother sent her to jail to free my grandfather. So you can imagine my mother having that trauma of the war. And this was a little bit our education. Pay attention to that, pay attention to that. And I say, no, I won't accept it. But it took me a therapy, and it took me a long time to develop myself saying, my fear, I stop it, I don't accept it. That's why I developed that model. And every time I have a fear, I don't speak about the phobia, but I created a model that really works for, let's say, 80% of the fears that you meet on an everyday basis, right? And it works. And this is what I would like to share with the EMCC people, in fact. So fear was in fact a good friend. It became a good friend because under fear there are important messages that is good to listen to.
So actually you'd say that the fear is not that the opposite of your motto. You integrate it into the good, on the bright side of your life.
We cannot swipe away one of the fourth largest emotions in life. It's there. But what is interesting is to see what's underneath the fear. And that is the interesting point. And there you grow because you learn from it. So I decided to make it a good friend and to listen to it. And I'm going to share you the protocol that I call Cyrano. So Cyrano de Bergerac, for the ones who know it, is from Edmond Rostand. Yeah. It's a character. Yes. We call in French a bretteur, it's the one, with the sword, and you have fun. He's never fearing anything. So I took the acronym of Cyrano to create a model that I'm going to share with you, with lots of fun, with lots of exercises.
Fun.
That's it.
Sounds fun and fascinating.
Thank
I
you.
saw your practice. So tell me a little bit about your practice now. What are your new ventures, if you have any?
Yes.
Well, tell me about your new ventures then.
Yes. For years, I've been training coaches, and I loved it. And at a certain moment, I say, well, I need something else now in my life. And 1 year and a half ago, I was gifted to meet Fisher Yu, that someone of you know, and he's the EMCC president in China. Say, I listened to your workshop in Dublin with the EMCC, and I'd like to become your agent in China. I say, Fisher, no way that you are my agent. Let's create a joint venture. I say, wow. Yes, let's create a joint venture. So we created Mentoring Co., which is now spreading mentoring with a coach attitude in China and elsewhere in the world, and we have 5 now on board, and it's so no fear. I just wow, but I didn't speak about it to my family, of course. Let's go, let's risk, and there is no risk. Yes, you lose time, maybe you lose some of your energy. Yes, it's a risk. Okay, and then 1 year ago, precisely 1 year ago, another excellent colleague of mine, Tatiana, just called me saying, well, you have been training in Russia for years now. I started in 2012 and I went so many times to Russia. Now they need good supervision, supervisors. There is a lack of supervisors. I said, okay, let's create a coach supervision training. And so I'm a team player. So mentoring co, we have 5, and with Tatiana and 2 other colleagues, we created the Academy for Coach Supervision and Mentoring. And so now we are giving classes, coach supervision training in Russia. But then I have my own clients in Belgium, and I have clients, with Zoom. Look, you are in the Caribbean, I'm in Europe. We can work around the world, and the fact that we speak several languages opens us the world, so
Absolutely.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, I see that you have a lot of, if I might say, a lot of hats, different hats. Mm-hmm. You're doing some supervision, you're doing some at mentoring co, you're doing the teaching, right?
And we install mentoring programs also in corporations.
Okay, tell me, just to wrap up a little bit, about all these different hats that you're using.
It's complementary. These are those activities, and I write books also. So these are all complementary. They cross-fertilize each other. And the fact of being in teams, I learned so much. Processes, different cultures, different techniques, because we cross-fertilize, we share Absolutely. Our knowledge. And it's such a joy on a daily basis. And I never know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Because I have fun saying, let me pack for Shanghai. I pack by Zoom, of course, take me 3 minutes. And now let me pack to St. Petersburg. Okay, takes me another 2 minutes, So, and with the COVID, it was normally I would have taken planes, and today with the coronavirus, we stay. And now I'm very impatient to start traveling again, of course. But now we'll blend more. So instead of going every month to Russia, I'll go maybe every 4 or 5 months, and take more quality time for ourselves. I think it's one of my learnings of the crisis of last year, and to take better care of ourselves, because the health is the very first thing. That's the very first gift, is our health, and our pledge to remain sustainable. This is the promise I made to myself. I promised my boy to be there until my year 90s. So I cross. It's not under my control, of course, but I promised my boy to be there. So I do my best.
Excellent. Okay, Sylviane, we are very happy to have you soon in May at the conference, and very happy to chat with you today. It was really nice and very interesting and fascinating to know a little bit about your life. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks to you, Sylvia. Bye.
Bye.